Hanfeng's Ironmongers, here to serve.
Really? Bring the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
On here to serve.
petrified trees and ley lines. So you can't even use it for Wolvendom or Storm Terror Dvalin drops. So yeah, I definitely would not use it for ley lines like these ley line crops. I mean, it's cool. You could be really hurting for Mora, but still, I would not recommend using 40 resin for 100, for one clear, because you could easily just clear it, right? That's something you have to consider too when you're using your resin, right? When you're using your condensed resin, you have to outweigh kind of, is it like, can I just clear it twice? Or is it too hard to clear twice so that I can just get twice the rewards using twice the resin by clearing it once, right? So it's kind of like the effort that you want to consider as well, because you are using 40 resin for every condensed resin. So it's not like you're using less resin either. You're using the same amount of resin, but you're saving the time to clear something twice. So if something is really hard to clear, then yeah, I would consider using the condensed resin. But if something is really easy to clear, like these ley lines, then yeah, maybe I'll just go ahead and do it twice. Okay, so that's my recommendation for the condensed resin. And to show you guys, I know some people are like, oh, how are you able to craft that, right? So like I showed earlier, so right now after you claim the reward, you can go ahead and craft it at your crafting table here. But before that, it's not going to be available. You have to go to this person. So I'm in Leeway right now, right? So I'm in Leeway. You just go there, and then you go ahead and run this way, right by the dock, and there she is, right there. That sign is for your reputation. So you go ahead and talk to Miss Yu, and the original time you talk to her, she'll have like a whole thing that you have to kind of like read through and walk through and click through. And so you click on how's my reputation in Leeway, and right when you get in, right, you have all these world explanation and Leeway quests. So I would go ahead and claim all of these, right? Click this, and then I would go ahead and claim like all. You can see I already claimed all of these, right? And each of these gives you 20. All right. So at 25 out of 34 and 90% complete, I was able to raise my reputation level all the way up to reputation level 3. Okay. And so from there, you click this box, right? So this box also, and when you gain level 1, you get this shrimp balls. This is so that you can learn how to cook it. At level 2, then you get the instructions, Geoculus Resonance Stone, and I'll show you where that appears. And at level 3 here, you get the condensed resin instructions, right? So where do you find these after you claim it? So when you claim it, you have to go to your item bag, right? So item bag. And when you go, I believe it's this one. Yeah, so go to the last one. And you can learn, so it'll be one of these, like learning instructions, right? So what you do is you click the thing. It says here, so this is, I claimed this from the Mondstadt side. Step-by-step diagram for making wind catchers. So you go ahead and do that. Now it says learned how to craft. Okay. So instructions for Animoculus Resonance Stone. So learned how to craft that. And then Geoculus Resonance Stone. So I learned how to craft that. So from there, all right, we'll go back to our crafting table. And so we'll just go ahead and use this teleporter waypoints. And oh, this is it. And you go to your crafting table, crafting bench, and now you can craft those, right? So Animoculus Resonance Stone and Geoculus Resonance Stone. So what you can do is if you haven't gotten all of your Geo stones, you can actually use these to find one. Okay, I've already collected all of them, so it'd be like a mute point for me to try to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much what you can do. So you know what? Let's go ahead and craft one of each of these. So and you require 500 Mora, one of these chunks. For the Animoculus, you need Dandelion Seed, and I believe these are Cecilia. And for Geoculus Resonance Stone, you need Glazed Lily, and a core lapis. So, and crystal chunk. So just be careful with this because I know just off the top of my head, you need core lapis for Kaking's ascension material as the character, and glazed lily is used for I don't even have her, but I have her in my free-to-play account. Ningguang's ascension. So be careful on what you use these for as well. But you know, if you don't have all, or if you're like missing one or two Geoculus, this might be worth it, right? To get your to get first of all experience level up when you improve your Geo statue or your Animo statue, right? And this Cecilia, so far the only person is Venti, I've found, and I believe Dandelion Seed is used for Jean. So yeah, like I said, let's craft one of each of these, okay, just to have them. Right, we crafted one of those, and let's craft one of these. Okay. And yeah, so from there, let's see where it appears. Actually, don't know because. All right, and it said that's what appears in this new box. So that's, if you guys were wondering what this new thing was for, so that's what this is for. It's just the new things that you craft. I'm surprised though that your original resin also doesn't go there. Just like to see how much of it you have. Or yeah, so it goes here rather than over there, but it makes sense, I guess, because the fragile resin that restores it, your resin is here as well. So yeah, so that's what goes there. And that's, you know, I mean, take what I said with a grain of salt if you don't agree. So, but that's what I would recommend, that, you know, or that's how you do that. And for as far as your resin, those are my recommendations. Another thing that I want to talk about is the Battle Pass. So the Battle Pass, unlock Gnostic Hymn. Okay, so if you click this, it says that after unlocking Gnostic Hymn and reaching BP level 30, you can select a weapon of your choice from the Battle Pass bounty. Okay, so these are the options. Okay, you guys are probably familiar with all of these. I decided to go with the bow and decided just now, you know, overthinking it a lot, I'm just going to keep refining the bow. And if they keep doing this, I'll probably end up getting, you know, this this weapon right here, right? Solar, I think it's like solar or something, because it's a really good 4-star weapon. Anyway, should you or should you not get this $20 one? Like, if you haven't bought the regular Battle Pass for $10, this is, like, they say it's like $2 off or something like that, and that you can get it for $20. So you would get all of the Battle Pass rewards, and also this, like, name card style, and 5 fragile resin. Okay, so for me, I don't think that it was worth it. So I actually got this last time on the first Battle Pass, and I was able to reach level 50, Battle Pass level 50. I would say about 2 weeks before it was even done, and I started maybe a week late. So if you're, like, you know, playing this game and you're doing just your dailies and your weeklies, you don't need this to reach Battle Pass level 50. And one thing too is they made it easier to do that as well, like your weekly, and I'll show you guys what part of it I'm talking about. But you'll definitely get level 30 if you just get this. If you get this, if you really want this, like really want it, that's the only reason why I would even maybe consider this. And if you had just a ton of money and you wanted to just, you know, splurge on this game because you want to get everything that's in this game, that's for you. But for most of us, you know, $10, save the $12 or save the $10 and get the $10 Battle Pass. I'm not saying that you should get it. That's if you're not struggling with money and, you know, you have $10 to spend. You know, obviously, like, I'm not saying like go out there and get it. If you have an extra $10, and $10 is not too much, and that it wouldn't put you in a bad place, obviously, right? And like, just make sure that you are able to spend $10. If you are considering these two, I would recommend going with the less expensive route. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But it's absolutely not required to buy the battle pass. But when you're talking about this, and if you're considering this, let me just put something. So I did a little bit of calculation with how much 5 fragile resin is. And so 5 fragile resin is, that equates to 60 or 300, 300 regular resins, right? Which then it would equate to 300. So how did I do this calculation? I wrote it down, but now I don't even understand. But that would, so 300 resin would equate to, I believe, 250 primogems. So if you try to use primogems, okay, you can use 50 primogems to refresh 60 original resins. So if you did this 5 times, you would get 300 original resin, right, which equates to that one that you would get for the battle pass, and you would have spent 250 primogems. So yeah, so 250 primogems equates to 5 fragile resin that you would get in the battle pass. And if you go to the shop, 300 primogems, you can get 300 primogems for $5, right? And if it's your first time getting it, you even get a bonus. But so, you know, when you're considering that, you're really paying $5 or even more than $5 for just this name card and advancing 10 levels, which you don't need because you'll have plenty of time, right? So I don't really think this is really worth it. Like I said, unless you have just like a, ton of money, not worried about spending all that stuff, which, obviously you always have to be mindful of your spending, especially in a game, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a game. But if you do have the extra $10 and you want to get the battle pass, do I think it's worth it? I do, simply because of the Mora and all of these like character advancements. Like if you're really in this game, and it's a hobby you've made, like look at all this Mora that you'll be getting, and also free wishes. So each of these wish is 160 primogems essentially, right? So it's really worth it. I think for the $10, I think it's a really good deal. Just as far as like how much it would cost for you, what it would cost you to get everything you would get in the battle pass, primogems wise and Mora wise as well. So that's where I stand with it. I had the opportunity and be lucky enough to have just $10 to spend on this game for the battle pass. And like I said, if you are not, I wouldn't recommend it. Make sure you're mindful of your spending. So yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to cover those things with you guys, and just go from there really. But it's really cool, I think, what they've done to the game. They added a couple other things too, like you're able to craft so first of all, the Animo resin and the Geo resin, but also the wind catcher. So essentially you can create like a wind, like Venti, with any character just with an item now. So that's pretty cool. But also the last thing I wanted to talk about is this wing. Check this out. So when you reach level 9 or level 8, you get this wing. I really want this wings of golden flight. Like that would just be really cool. Because I want to put it on Diluc. Diluc is one of my favorite characters. He's my secondary DPS. My first one is Kaching, and currently I have the friendship one for her, which is pretty cool. It matches Jean more, I think, but that one looks pretty cool on her. But Diluc only has the original one, which doesn't really match him, right? So I think that wing will be really, really cool. But yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and stream that real quick, especially, you know, about the resources. I hope that you guys get something out of it. Please, please, please be mindful of your spending. Spending is also something that you can get sucked into. So if you're only doing free to play, keep doing free to play. You don't need it. I have a free to play account that proves that. You don't need it to advance in the game. And so, yeah.
Guess we can rest a bit.
So, anyway, thanks for watching my stream, guys. And I hope that I continue seeing you guys here. And I really appreciate all the support. And yeah. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I'll see you on Friday. I will be visiting the girlfriend, and I will not be. I will be away from my entire setup, and but yeah, I'll still be playing every day on my mobile, on my phone, and yeah, keep up the good fight in Genshin. Enjoy the storyline, and I'll see you guys on Friday. All right.